Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to carry on with the migration and money series. We have got Ivandee Fitchet from Migrant Financial Services who's going to join us again. But today what we're going to be talking about is the KiwiSaver. So for those of you that were wondering what KiwiSaver is all about, if you maybe just landed in country on shore and you're trying to work out, do you qualify? Should you be getting a KiwiSaver? Is it a good idea or not? This is definitely one to listen to. So with that, I'm going to introduce and hand over to Ivandee. Hey, Ivandee, thanks so much for joining us again.
Hi, Bree. Thanks for having me back. It's exciting new chapter that we're going to discuss today.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get through this episode. So this is all around the KiwiSaver, which I can't wait to hear more about. It's been awesome recording this series with you. And I know KiwiSaver is something that was so new and foreign to a lot of us. So I'm excited to unpack it with you a little bit. So maybe that's where we can start off a little bit, is just what the heck is a KiwiSaver? What is that? What is all it about? Start off with that, just explaining to us what is KiwiSaver.
All right. Okay. So firstly, very important, you need to be a resident to be eligible for it.
Okay.
For South Africans, I think a good analogy would be the old retirement annuities that we used to have, or a pension fund. So basically, it is a voluntary scheme. It's not compulsory, by the way.
Okay.
And what happens is you contribute a minimum of 3.5%. It's going up to 3.5% in April, so I'm just going to leave it at 3.5% because we're 2 weeks away. It used to be 3%, but from April 3.5% you pay minimum, and your employer matches it. There's very few employers that do more than the minimum, but some do. It all depends on your contract. But the basis of it is to kind of force Kiwis to put money aside for their retirement mainly. So it's a great incentive. Retirement is the ultimate goal, but you can actually draw your KiwiSaver out after contributing for 3 years. You can actually use it to buy your first home, which is great, especially for immigrants. You know, you get here later on in life, and you know you've got that time frame to start putting money aside if you're really serious about buying a home. The other pretty cool thing about it is you can actually do KiwiSaver for your kids, which is really awesome. So there's not all providers that offer it. There's only a few, but it's a great step up for them. Then when they finish with varsity or whatever tertiary education they've done, they've got a little pot going to buy their first home in New Zealand. We all know the property prices here. So it's a great step for them on the property ladder when they're ready.
Geez, okay, so you've thrown a lot at me there, so I'm trying to unpack in my mind. So I'm trying to take a little bit of step back. So I'm getting an understanding of what the KiwiSaver is. So I'm getting it. It's an investment for my retirement. So that I'm getting. You mentioned that it's going up to 3.5% contribution, both from the company that you're working for, as well as yourself from April as a minimum contribution. So I just wanted to add there, when we're saying April, just for the recording, for people that may be listening to this thinking in the future, we are in 2026. So we're talking April 2026 that 3.5% is hitting in. Okay. So
sorry, in April 2027 it's going up to 4% minimum.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. But you also said something to me now. You said it's not compulsory.
No.
So if you had to start with a company and say you didn't opt in for this, you don't have to take a KiwiSaver.
No, but we encourage it because most employers, their contribution is over and above your cost to company. If you check your contract,
that
right?
Makes sense.
That makes sense. So say, for instance, you get 100,000 a year, that 3.5% is over and above. But we are seeing a lot of companies recently making it part of your cost to company. And then it's a different conversation, because then in effect you are paying 7%, and because you're so restricted with KiwiSaver, it's a conversation we need to have with an investment advisor as to if that's the right steps for you.
Well, I think you said something important there that is even worthwhile. It all depends on what is in your employment contract. So thank you for that. So that really helps a hell of a lot already. Also, you made a point that you've got to be a resident to be able to even qualify for a KiwiSaver. But I know in some of our other episodes that you've already done, talking about our budgets and everything like that, you told us, hey, even if you're here just on your work visa and you're not a resident yet, start getting used to putting that money aside. So when we finally become a resident, we're used to that contribution coming off anyway.
That's it.
So,
exactly.
So I'm just highlighting that because I remember that from some of our previous episodes that we have done. Now, tell me, I've been here now 3 years. I am a resident and I have got my KiwiSaver, but You constantly see it on the TVs here, on TVNZ, where they're advertising different places to invest your KiwiSaver with.
Yeah.
What are all the differences? Where do you choose? How do you choose? Where do you put it? You know?
Yeah.
How does it work?
So there is quite a vast range of different providers that we can choose, but we do proper research. There's a couple of things that we need to look at. Stage of life. What is your goal with the retirement as far as your time frame is concerned? Is it 1 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, 10 years or more, etc.? The biggest thing I would think is your risk profile. Are you adverse to risk? Is it something that makes you very nervous? That's something we take into consideration too, as to which provider. And things like external factors, like what's going on at the moment, that will jolt any investment, because it is an investment, no matter which way you look at it. How would that impact you if you see your balance drop all of a sudden? So we do look at things like that. And the other thing we look at is ethical investment. Ethical investment is the other one. So important to some, not all, but it is for those that feel very strongly about it. There's even providers that we can steer you to if that's something that's really important to you. So there's quite a bit of research that goes into who and why we've chosen that particular provider, but it's something we sit and do with you and explain to you why we've gone that way.
What you've also done for me is so many of these ads that are on TV, and I joke because some of the ads just on Kiwi TV, I can tell you as a foreigner, sometimes they go way over my head. I'm like, I don't quite get what the heck that ad is about. So that's already where Amy and I, my wife and I, sit next to each other and we joke about the ads. But talking it back to KiwiSaver now, there's been a lot of ads that have come through on KiwiSaver, and it makes sense now when you're talking about ethical investment and everything like that. So it was really helping me on the TV ads and stuff like that, trying to understand what they're all about, because I was always seeing how I just want to invest my money and I want the biggest return. Why are you so worried about, I don't know, nature and the community and whatever else? But now I get it. It's important to some people. And now I sound terrible not caring about that stuff. But hey, I think that's the other thing, Ivandee. You've touched on something else. A lot of us are coming here midway through our life, okay? Like myself, I'm in my 40s now, and it was a big thing for me worrying about my future, i.e. my retirement. I don't want to be a burden on my kids. So that was a big thing for me, was trying to work it out. So you're really starting to already help me with saying, you're also checking with your risk profile where you are. So it's all about you and what's specific to you and who you choose and what's the right type of investment. So that really helps me quite a lot to understand it a little bit better. Now, the other thing that's playing on the back of my mind, you touched on it. You said after 3 years, correct me if I'm wrong, of being on a KiwiSaver, you can tap into it for your first house that you buy here. So talk me through that a little bit more. And because I've even got a question that is a follow-on question. I'm going, okay, that's great. But now it worries me. I'm already midlife. I'm already trying to invest for retirement, not being a burden on my children. But now, geez, if I tap into what I did in the first 3 years to help with the deposit, great, I got a house. But geez, I'm starting that KiwiSaver all over again. So just talk us through that and how that works, and put my mind at ease that it's the right thing to do. And how does that all work?
Yeah, so it's a conversation. We actually start with the investment piece prior. So we look at things like, are you bringing surplus money over from your home country? If so, how much of that cash can we put aside for your deposit? So that we, one, maybe don't have to wait 3 years for a KiwiSaver. You might have enough with the cash that you're bringing, or we don't need to wait as long, right? So, and then we work out, we have a way of calculating how much at the bare minimum are you going to need for a house deposit in those 3 years, and keeping in mind to not only choose the right fund, but the contributions that you're giving to KiwiSaver are within your budget as well. Now, when you're looking at retirement and using the KiwiSaver for your house, yes, it's going to be at zero. But I think the bigger prize there is that to be mortgage free at 65. That your retirement money is just for retirement, not paying off your home. But that's something we'll go into more detail with the retirement planning piece as well. But does that answer your question a little?
It does answer my question. But what it also makes me start thinking about is, I'm guessing you also start thinking about what's the right plan for you to be able to get enough saved up by the age of, let's say, retirement to 65. Be it your KiwiSaver or getting some other investments to complement that, to make
running
sure that
parallel. Yes, correct.
Okay.
And
okay.
the fund that we would typically put you in after the house is purchased would be then earmarked for retirement. And there is specific funds that we look at for that retirement goal, because we've got the longevity to get you there. Whereas a house deposit, our time frame is usually a bit shorter, but the financial planning is a bit different to first home and retirement.
Okay. Now that makes sense. Oh, now I've got another thing that's popping off in my head thinking, okay, so now we're lucky we're in a position where I've got both my wife and I working, and we're both residents now, and we're both contributing to the KiwiSaver. Now, let's say we get to that stage, we want to draw on our KiwiSaver to buy our first home. Can we pull on both KiwiSavers if we wanted to and do it combined in buying our first home together?
Correct. Yeah, you only need to leave, both of you individually need to leave $1,000 in your KiwiSaver. That's the law. But yes, you can both draw it as long as you've both been contributing for 3 years. We can use both of your KiwiSavers. Yep.
Okay. So look, I do hear a lot of Kiwis, they complain about the KiwiSaver all the time and all the rest of it. Okay. But I think as long as you got the right advice with the right financial advisor like yourself, I think you can really make it work for you. With a whole lot of considerations that you're looking at. You're looking at what your employment contract states, whether, it's their contribution over and above what you're earning, or if it's included, to even decide what's the right thing to do, right the way through to, okay, well, we're looking in your scenario, how many years you got left until you want to retire for you and your wife, etc., trying to work out exactly where to invest, not only your KiwiSaver, but other investments, aligning that with buying a home and everything. So it's really putting my mind at ease that, I'm grateful I've got you in my life, so you can help me with all these plans. But I think for just everybody else listening, it shows you that KiwiSaver does have its place, okay? But it's not necessarily the silver bullet that's just going to solve everything for you. It's got a place, and you've got to work it as part of a solution.
Absolutely, and be committed to that money going in there. But I think that's the one thing I like about it, especially for the first home deposit. If you're serious about buying your first home, you'll do those contributions, and it really does help putting that money aside while you're on a work visa waiting for your residency. And we can do one of two things. We can move that sum of money over into your KiwiSaver as a lump sum payment, or we can run two things side by side towards that goal. And I find it very visual. We bring up the calculators with clients so that they can see, okay, at the moment you're doing 3.5, but if you bump that up to 6, we can reach that house goal by, say, a year or two. And you can visually see how you can actually help yourself reach that goal sooner with a bit of discipline, putting that money aside.
No, thanks, Ivandee. I think that really, not only does this explain a lot about what KiwiSaver is and how you can use it and some of the benefits to it, but I think it's also just giving a little bit of hope to a lot of us immigrants as well. That if you do things right and you plan with the right people from the start, not only you can still make it that you're not a burden on your children retirement age-wise, but you could even potentially look at the opportunities to buy a home. And I know I don't want to get too much into the home buying, because that's our next episode that we're going to do next time. We're going to talk more about mortgages, but it's just showing me this hope that you can actually make this work. It's not easy, but you can make it work. Maybe on that one, I can ask the question, is there any mistakes that immigrants make, regular mistakes, or anything that you're seeing immigrants doing that you're going, oh, I wish they would stop doing that, or something we're doing wrong? Oh, you're smiling. Oh my goodness. What are we doing?
Just signing up with your bank, their KiwiSaver. No thought, no care, no attention given to it. Definitely from the bank side, obviously, and it's overwhelming. A lot of people don't know how it works or know that there's people like myself that can help you. But it's a big mistake. There is research that needs to go into it to make sure that we have chosen the right fund for your financial plan. It is not a cookie cutter system. Everyone's got a different goal, like I said, life stage, finances, etc. We need to do a bit of research and make sure that you're in the right place, and that the 3 years is going to count towards something and actually get you to that goal. So that's the number one mistake I see. They land, and there's two actually. The other one is taking out KiwiSaver on a work visa.
How do you even get it right?
I don't know. And I've actually, a lot of my clients that work for government departments that get enrolled by HR, which is baffling to me because it's technically a law that you can't enroll, but it happens. So I always give my clients a heads up. If you do get those forms from HR, just politely give it back and tell them you're not yet eligible.
Not a resident yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you see that quite a bit, but that's also just people not knowing. A lot of people just don't know that that's the rule around it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Thanks for that, Ivandee. Geez, I'm even shocked that it's a law, and so but like you say, people just don't know. So okay, so cool. That really helps us. So maybe then I'm going to end it with asking my favorite question that I love asking. And I've asked you in all the other episodes, so you're getting used to it. If there's one thing the viewers had to take, or the listeners had to take away from today, just one thing, they didn't hear anything else you said, but there's just one thing you want them to hear. What's that one bit that you say, please just hear this, at least do this?
Yeah. KiwiSaver is really designed to help you. And I think because we get here later on in life, I think it's something to get excited about. It's in place for you. It's set up really well in New Zealand. Let it work for you. Let it get you into that first house. Let it get you into your retirement planning. All you have to do is literally sign a form, speak to someone like me, and your plan is on its way. It's not a difficult process at all.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ivandee. And I think especially if part of your employment contract is your employer is paying over and above. I mean, geez, why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? They're going to pay 3.5%. You said most of them only do the bare minimum, so it'll be the 3.5%. You're lucky if you get more, but it's 3.5% of whatever you earn that's going towards potentially your home or your retirement or whatever else. And obviously you match it, so it could be double that. It could be 7%.
Yes, exactly.
So that's a lot.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome. No, thank you, Ivandee. I really appreciate your time and trying to explain KiwiSavers to us a little bit more. I understand it a little bit more now, and now I kind of even understand those ads a little bit more. So now I can explain it to Amy. So thanks, Ivandee.
You're welcome.
Cool. You must keep well. We'll speak soon, and I'm excited to talk in our next one, which is going to be all around mortgages. So how we can actually buy that home.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Ivandee. Ciao. Bye.